new grade band comes new responsibilities. What up, though, students, families, and educators? I'm Lindsay Holmes, and you are tuned into School Matters. In this video, I will share with you 5 ways to support your students as they move on to different schooling classifications or trying a new school for the first time. And you can help us by clicking the like, subscribe, and notification bell down below so we can expand the reach of our teach. Number 1, it's super important to know your students' interests, challenges both academically and socially. This is going to help you to create a barometer by which to assess how well they're doing in the areas that they may need support in as they transition to a new schooling classification. It will show you where you need to lean in more as a parent to provide support and areas where you can step back and help them to foster their own independence and maturity in areas that they are really able to thrive in on their own. Number 2 is acquaint your student with the new grade band before they actually transition. So that means talking to them about what will be expected from them, explaining to them what their social life may look like and how it may look different, talking to them about their fears, worries, and hopes during this time, acquainting them with how their teachers may expect more responsibility. In elementary school, teachers and administrators and parents leaned in a lot to support students in managing their schedules, making sure that there was homework time, eating time, bedtime, and playtime. And high school students will be responsible for a lot of this managing on their own, asking for help. In elementary school, teachers and parents would support students with that more. In middle and high school, it becomes more and more of their responsibility to recognize this is something that I'm struggling with and to seek out the resources and people they need to help them to understand. Explaining that to students explicitly before they transition into this new period in their academic career could actually help them understand where they need to be in order to successfully navigate schooling. After your student transitions into this new season, grade band, classification, or school, as a parent, lean in and have an ear to the wall to say, what is my student's experience like, both academically and socially? You can talk to your student, but your students' coaches and teachers and administrators are also a resource. You are a resource as well. You know your student. Tip number 4 coincides with tip number 3. After you discover what your student is experiencing, is to find ways and resources to help support them through that struggle. For example, if the struggle is academic, maybe finding tutoring services or instituting quiet hours at home to help your student grow academically. If your student is struggling socially, that could look like involving your students in extracurricular activities to help them to build and expand their social horizons. Tip number 5 is that you and your student should attend the pre-launch events that your school hosts so that you can get acquainted with the administration and students of the school prior to school starting. That could be back to school night and student orientation. In these events, parents and students get an opportunity to meet educators, other students, and families and start to build relationships before the school year even begins. As you are transitioning into your new school, it isn't as hectic when you have familiar faces. Oh, I met Miss Brown here. And so I feel a little bit more comfortable going into their class because I've had a pleasant interaction with them and they know my face and I know their face. For families, this is also a wonderful time to start to arrange carpools and begin to support each other as they navigate schooling for the upcoming school year. For parents and students, again, this is a great opportunity for them to acquaint themselves with educators and friends and other students that they can begin to create relationships before the start of the school year. Please tell us what you think about these tips and tricks in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And on that note, school's out. See you next video.